Like many of us, I'm sure you join me on the occasional days going through the newspaper and scanning the obituaries. And somehow you always look to see if someone has joyfully lived into their 70s and 80s and 90s. But it's somehow even more rewarding to see 104. And that is the age of which Bigo Calchera lived with us for 104 years. Some people will tell you it's the minerals in the Stafford Springs water by which our town is named. So I have been drinking a lot of the mineral water that perks out of the ground by Hyde Park. Bigo Calchera left us with many accomplishments by which we can remember him. Most notable, and I heard many of you sigh when you heard this number read, was his marriage, 74 years, to his wife, Mildred. They had 2 daughters and now 7 grandchildren and 16 great-grandchildren. Bigo had a love of sports. As a young man, he always wanted to be a boxer. And that's how he received his nickname. This is a true story. He got himself a trainer, and he went into the ring, and after one round, he was knocked down and knocked out. His trainer called everyone Joe. So when Renato opened his eyes, the trainer said, "Bye, Joe," and that stuck with him for the rest of his life. He became Bigo Calchera. He had a love of fishing and was instrumental in starting the Kids Fishing Derby at the Stafford Fishing Game Club, which continues on to this day. He had a love for his Italian heritage. He was an active member in the Italian Benefit Society. His dad's name was Luigi. His name was Renato, and he was very proud of that. He especially had a love of politics. He served here for 12 years. In fact, he was the state representative for the town of Stafford on the day I was born. And I know you're all trying to figure out those numbers now. He had a love for his Democratic Party. He was very proud to have attended the 1968 convention in Chicago, an important event in our political and cultural history as the anti-Vietnam War demonstrations took place, and he was proud to have been a part of that. Some of you might wonder if I actually knew Bigo Calchera, and I'm proud to say that I did. In the 70s, I had the illustrious job of serving as a waitress at Ronnie's Restaurant on Route 190 in Stafford, and he would come in on a regular basis, and I would serve him coffee. What's interesting to me is that I did not know he had just finished serving as state representative when I was serving him coffee, nor did I have any idea that someday I would follow in his footsteps and serve as state representative in this great General Assembly. Bigo Calchera led a long and productive life, passing away at 104 years of age. I send our sympathies to his family, who could not be here today, but I'm sure appreciate the time that we are taking to recognize him and not only remember him, but celebrate his life. The Honorable Renato Bigo Calchera. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. Remark further on the resolution before us? If not, I ask we take action on this resolution by rising and observing a moment of silence.